Hey, hi, my friends. Yeah, this is Joseph again, and I welcome everybody back to my channel. For those who have not subscribed, please do so. I'll appreciate for that. You are very valuable to me as a subscriber, and even to watch is also a privilege. I'm so privileged for you to watch my video. So welcome back for those who are regular on my channel. And today we have a very interesting topic. As I say, most of the videos have been live streaming of Lizent is about moving to abroad for better opportunities. And today we're talking about how to migrate to the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, or UK, is made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and is a highly desirable location to live. There are many reasons to migrate to the UK. Whether you have a love for the culture, an exciting professional opportunity, or you might be enrolling in an academic institution, or are simply wanting to relocate, a large amount of accessible information is available that can help you determine and understand which migration process is right for you. So you just need to go and refer to the website, the UK website, or the UK government website, which is uk.gov. And we have I have broken them in parts today. So part one is finding opportunities to migrate to the UK. Before you make the move, number one, you have to familiarize yourself with the UK's visa options. The UK offers a wide range of visas, from temporary travel to more permanent relocation. The UK's government website has a useful tool that will help you figure out what visa you are eligible for and what documents you will need to apply. Almost everyone migrating to the UK will need a visa of some kind, and many visas are dependent on where you are migrating from and your intentions for moving to the UK. Having a clear idea of why you would like to move to the UK will help narrow down your visa options. So number one, once you have determined which visa is right for you, apply for a visa. Here, or at least the help of a third-party migration service like Visa First. For those who are not very comfortable with the applications, you have to employ an agency for helping you to apply for the UK visas. But it's very doable. You can do it yourself. Now, point number two, you may be eligible to apply for permanent settlement in the UK if you have claimed asylum as a refugee under humanitarian protections, or stateless, or would like to reunite with your family. If you have a family in the UK and you want to join them, you can apply through the permanent settlement. And also consulting the UK section of settlement will help provide you with the necessary information to see if you can apply. So you always have to refer to the guide, the government guide. If you apply for a visa to stay in the UK for longer than 6 months, you will also receive a biometric residence permit stating the conditions of visa and often your national insurance number. Do you provide for national insurance or insurance number? That's like the social security number in the United States, I believe. Then you have also visa taking time to process. You have to allow several months between applying for a visa and your move. So you have to do it quite ahead. Give yourself a big room for the process. So number two, you need to learn about the rights of citizens in the European Union, or the member states of the European Union. You do not need to apply for a visa to live in the UK if you are national of the European Union, citizens of member states in the European Economic Area, including Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein, or Switzerland, or a citizen of an overseas country and territory, OCT. the United Kingdom, they have states, or they have acquired like islands outside the country. So if you belong, or you live, or you reside in one of those islands outside the UK proximities, you are still considered a UK permanent resident. You have the right to abode if you are British subject or Commonwealth citizens, EU, EEA, and OCT citizens. Only need to show their passport. You just need to show your passport. You don't need a visa when you are moving from one EU member to the other. But applying for a certificate of entitlement will help with applying for future benefits. Another note, keep in mind that UK voted to leave the EU, also known as Brexit, on June 23rd, 2016, which could cause significant changes to the European Union freedom of movement laws currently in place. The referendum agreement takes approximately 2 years to complete, which means the UK won't officially sever ties with the EU until 2018 at the earliest. On another level, you can enroll in an educational institution in the UK. This is the academic visa category. Student visas are quite common, but they come with a few restrictions. It is assumed that as a student, it's assumed that your time as a student will be finite, which at almost only give you up to 1 month to live in the UK before beginning your time as a student, and up to 4 months after you finish. That's the grace period. So point number 1, Tier 4. General visas allows students over the age of 16 who are enrolled in a Tier 4 sponsored institution to live in the UK for no more than 4 months after the completion of their study. Then Tier 4 for child visas allow for children between the ages of 4 to 17 who are enrolled in an education institution to live in the UK with the consent of a parent or a guardian. So there are 2 tiers. The general tier, this for the adult students, and Tier 4, that refers to the children category. Another point, you have to apply for a work visa. That's another category, it's a work visa. In order to apply for a work visa, you first need to find an employer who is willing to hire. So you have to establish, or you have to recognize an employer, to search for an employer in the UK before you start the process. And once they accept with acceptance or approval letter from the institution, you can go ahead and apply. And as we said, you can either apply personally or independently, or you can hire a second party, like an agency or a lawyer, migration lawyer, to apply for you. So there are many visas for new long-term employment, transfers within multinational companies, temporary employment, and unpaid volunteering. Contact your employer or reference this list for work visas to see what visa will suit your employment terms best. Also on this category of work visa, we have tiers. We have Tier 1, which is Tier 1 work visa, generally applied to those who show exceptional promise or talent in their field, multi-million-dollar investors or entrepreneurs with access to at least 50,000 Great Britain pounds of investment funds. So this normally covers the entrepreneurs. Tier 1. Tier 2 is visas for skilled employment, celebrities, sportsmen, or ministers of a region. Most Tier 2 visas require certification of sponsorship, which holds your employment details, as well as 945 Great Britain pounds in a savings account for at least 90 days. So Tier 2, as aforementioned, this refers to those skilled workers, like professions. Tier 5 visas cover most temporary employment from charity work to overseas professional development. This is mostly for the charitable organization. The 4 at the Tier 5. Then on another category, visa category, apply for other available visas. The UK offers many visas to families of UK or European Union citizens, as well as parents whose children have UK visas. These visas are often more specialized and have specified criteria. Apply for a visa to join family permanently living in the UK. You can apply for this visa if you have spouse living in the UK, need to look after family members, or be looked after by family members. So this is like a family sponsorship application category. Number 2, apply for a parent of a Tier 4 child visa. If your child holds a Tier 4 visas in the UK, this visa allows you to stay in the UK for up to 12 months with the possibility of extending your stay for a further 12 months. So you have to be very careful. You can't lapse your stay in these foreign countries like in the UK. If you lapse it, they will deport you. So if you want to extend, always give yourself, extend quite ahead of time, like I normally say like at least 3 months ahead for renewal or to renew your visa application for an extension stay. So before you move, you need to prepare. By which way? Number 1, you learn as much English as possible. So especially if you come from non-English speaking country, you have to learn some basic English. Because remember very well, they will test you before you get the visa. There is a test, and you need to be very aware of, to know how to go about this process of visa application. And also communication is very important. So you have to communicate in English when you go to the embassy. The UK, although culturally diverse, is mainly an English-speaking country. Although fluency is not required to work and live in the UK, having a basic understanding of reading, writing, and speaking the English language will make your transition and cultural acclimation much easier. Point 1, enroll in an English class before you leave to see if the employer or school can provide international English classes. You can do that pretty much independently online. Some specialized jobs and education institutions require English fluency. If you are uncertain if you need to take a fluency test, contact your employer or school. This is basically when you go to the academic schools, they need kind of a fluent course. You have to do a little refresher course, even if you're coming from an English-speaking country. Number 2, you have to create a budget. Creating a detailed budget will help you organize the task you will need to complete before moving to the UK, as well as plan your expenses once living in the UK. Become familiar with the types and amount of income tax you have to pay once living in the UK. Very important. You don't want to be, to get that as a surprise. The cost of living in the UK varies, but it's generally more expensive in the south and cheaper in the north. Very important to know, depending on where you are moving to. Use an online cost of living comparison tool to see what expenses might increase once you move. That's very important. You need to be prepared for your costs and expenses. How much you're gonna pay, depending with where you are moving to. Point number 3, you need to find a job. If you are moving to the UK as a part of a career move, chances are you already have a job in mind, and you have to be approved before you get your visa approved. However, if you are not sure what job you will be able to work, consider your level of fluency in English and degree of cultural familiarity with the UK. Finding a stable job in the UK will allow you more flexibility in applying for residency or switching your visa. Once you have found your job, your employer will need to apply for a work permit on your behalf. Search for job opening on sites like jobsite.co.uk lead.co.uk, monster.co.uk, or indeed.co.uk. So most of the UK website, they end with .uk, I mean United Kingdom. Another point, you need to visit a British embassy or consulate in your country to inquire about employment options. You can get all this information. I think that's the easiest to get. You can visit, you can get one-on-one about these employment options, but also you can do it online. But if you want more guaranteed, talking one-on-one from the British consulates, you can visit the embassies for more information. Another point, you need to find living accommodations. Find temporary living in the UK at a hostel or a hotel while searching for more permanent housing. If you can, start looking weeks before you arrive in the UK, and don't sign a contract until you fully understand the terms. That's always a problem. Most of us, we rush because of excitement. You get overwhelmed by excitement. Guess what? You start signing stuff you don't understand. You have to understand stuff before you sign online, please. Otherwise, you're gonna bite yourself on contracts that you're gonna know, you can get out from, easily. You can find rental prices in the UK vary from monthly to weekly payments, depending on how you wanna pay, either weekly or monthly. London is one of the most expensive housing markets in the world. Consider living outside of London and commuting by train. So the more rural you live in the UK or you reside, the more cheaper it is. So consider that. So in part 3, you need to become familiar with the healthcare in the UK. It can be expensive. Emergency medical services are free to all in the UK. However, there are many different qualifications for more consistent healthcare options that are depending on which visas you have. Many visas require yearly payments that provide healthcare coverage. Consult the UK government's website to see how much you have to pay for healthcare. If you are a foreigner, it's very expensive. But once you become permanent resident for the United Kingdom, and finally you become a citizen, there is free healthcare. But I think you have to apply for that. It's not automatic. It's up to Great Britain as to whether or not they will accept you into the National Health Services coverage. So they have the NHS services, but you have to apply and find out if you qualify. Also, before you get to the UK, you have to buy an Oyster card. An Oyster card is a prepaid public transit card that will give you access to trains and buses in London without having to buy an individual ticket. You can purchase Oyster cards at most newsstands at every train station in London. So I'm sorry, you don't have to buy this card, Oyster card, before you move in. But once you move in the UK, you need to have that. That's what we're going to be using for commuting through the buses or through the trains or subways. You also need to open a bank account with a bank in the UK once you land in the UK, so you are assured about your financial transaction. Having a bank account with a bank in the UK will reduce the amount of time you will need to spend on organizing your finances, particularly when it comes to paying taxes. Most debit and credit accounts are free to open in the UK. Consult one of the largest banks in NatWest, Barclays, or HSBC to see what account might be best for you. Those are the 3 largest financial institutions: NatWest, Barclays, or HSBC. Point number 4, you need to get your national insurance number. Making sure you have national insurance number is essential for maintaining employment and applying for benefits for staying in the UK on a visa. And as I said, these are the Social Security Administration. So in the UK, they call it national insurance number. In the United States, we call it Social Security card. If your national insurance number is not printed on the back of your biometric residence permit, you will need to apply for one separately. Then if you need to apply for national insurance number, or NIN, contact your best plus. That's the website that deal, or the institution that deals with that security card administration information. On another point, you need to familiarize yourself with cultural differences. Although cultural diverse, particularly in larger cities like London and Manchester, culture in the UK can be quite different from your country of origin. So we're talking about the culture shock. That's for sure. You can easily get into that. It's a new country, it's a foreign country. To another point, do your best to become familiar with culture in the UK by asking questions about phrases or gestures that might be confusing. And another way, you can buy a book on UK culture or immigrating to the UK. Very important. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the UK lifestyle and life in the UK before you even make the move. Yeah, so with that, I conclude my video for today about migrating to the UK. So I have analyzed, I have broken down to those visa categories that you can use. The visa category that you can use to migrate to the UK. So please, again, I'm reminding you, if you haven't subscribed, please. You don't want to be missing out on my videos and live streams. Every upload, you'll be getting all those on notifications. Once you subscribe, please subscribe. I value your subscriptions. Thank you so much, and you have a very blessed day and good night for those who are nighttime, evening time now.